Hello, students. Welcome back. I hope you all are fine and healthy. Do take proper care of yourself and your family too. Now, I'm here again with new exciting poem in English literature, that is lesson number 8, Foreign Lands. I know you might be curious about that where is lesson number 7. Dear students, lesson number 7 will be uploaded soon for you all. But today we are going to recite, learn and study about lesson number 8, Foreign Lands, a poem written by Robert Louis Stevenson. Let's start with the short introduction of the poet. Robert Louis Stevenson was a Scottish poet and writer. His famous writing was Treasure Island and many more. In this poem, Foreign Lands, the boy imagines being able to travel the faraway places, some real places and some fictional. The poet talks about the dream of a boy and indirectly talks about the various stages of life. Everything is said with a doubt using the word if. Now, let us recite our poem. Foreign Lands. Up into the cherry tree, who should climb but little me? I held the trunk with both my hands and looked abroad in foreign lands. I saw the next door garden lie, around with flowers before my eye, and many pleasant places more that I had never seen before. I saw the dimpling river pass, and be the sky's blue looking glass. The dusty roads go up and down, with people tramping into town. If I could find a higher tree, further and further I should see, to where the grown up river slips into the sea among the ships, to where the roads on the either hand lead onward into fairyland, where all the children dine at 5 and all the playthings come alive. Up into the cherry tree, who should climb but the little me? I held the trunk with both my hands and looked abroad in foreign lands. Let us start the explanation. In this poem, poet describes about a child who sits on a high branch and imagines himself in the foreign land. He is sitting on the top of the cherry blossom tree and holding the trunk with both of his hands and looking around those foreign land. He can see the far places till his eyes can see, holding the trunk and looking everywhere in the foreign land. I saw the next door garden lie, around with flowers before my eye, and many pleasant places more that I had never seen before. Then the boy said, I saw the next place where lies the garden with beautiful and attractive flowers just in front of his eyes, and many more pleasant places, beautiful places which I had never seen, the boy had never seen, and never visited those beautiful, pleasing places. He describes that these places are fully decorated, covered with beautiful flowers just before his eyes. And these pleasing, beautiful places he never visited. He never been there. I saw the dimpling river pass, and be the sky's blue looking glass. The dusty roads go up and down, with people tramping into town. Then I saw dimpling river pass. It means a slight depression on a surface, an illusion or impression we can say, of a river on the ground, and the sky's blue looking glass. Children, have you seen sky? Sometime they are in blue and white color, and when you actually see its impression on the river, it looks like a mirror impression. The magnificent impression of the sky on the water surface. It's beautiful creation, natural creation of nature. You can imagine how beautiful these surroundings are, how beautiful our environment, how beautiful the places where we are living. Beside that, there was a dusty road covered with full of mud, soil, dust, which goes up and down with the people walking on the road. People of town people, They are walking on the road with heavy feet, walking noisily, heavily. It means when you are watching something, the boy was on the top of the tree at the higher place and he was watching the road, dusty road, and the town people are walking. He feels that the road is also moving up and down. It was just an imagination of a boy that road is also moving. Field is also moving. But in actual, it is not. It is just an imagination or an illusion which he created in his mind. If I could find a higher tree, further and further I should see, to where the grown up river slips into the sea among the ships. Then the poet describes that it could be much better that the tree should be at the higher point, so he could see far away places till he can see, where the big ships or crews move into the sea from the river with other ships. That means small ships are now grown up, turned mature into the big ships or crews. Same way, mature and grown up river turn into the mighty big sea or oceans, moving and floating. To where the roads on the either hand lead onward into fairyland, where all the children dine at 5 and all the playthings come alive. He can observe that the roads lead to the fairyland, the land which is loved by the children, where these children had finished their dinner at 5. Here 5 refers to the timing. And they played with the playthings. Playthings means toys, which turn into a living creature. They will finish their dinner at 5 and they are playing with the things which turn into a living creature. In this last stanza, poet want to describe that the road leads to the fairyland, a dreamland where all the children they had their dinner at 5. And in dreamland or fairyland, it is all about imagination that the playthings, toys, they turn into a living creature. So children, those who are in fairyland, they can play with those playthings. Let us have a quick review over the poem and a short summary. Up into the cherry tree, who should climb but little me? I held the trunk with both my hands and looked abroad in foreign lands. I saw the next door garden lie, adorned with flowers before my eye, and many pleasant places more that I had never seen before. I saw the dimpling river pass, and be the sky's blue looking glass. The dusty roads go up and down, with people tramping into town. If I could find a higher tree, farther and farther I should see, to where the grown up river slips into the sea among the ships, to where the roads on the either hand lead onward into fairyland, where all the children dine at 5 and all the playthings come alive. In this poem, the poet talks about that if he could climb the tree, then he would see the foreign lands. In this line, he talks about the ambition of a child who wants to see foreign places. After that, he climbs the tree and sees how the garden in the next door is beautifully decorated with flowers and how he could see far off places. In further stanzas, he talks about that he would have grown up and had gone on the long trips. The dimpling river looks like the mirror effect of the river. The sky looks like a mirror reflection. The poet also explains the youthfulness and the vigor of the poet. He also sees various kinds of life by stating that the dusty roads curving up and down. Many people are walking with a heavy sound because of the load they are carrying. Town people are fully loaded with their work, with their ambition, and they are walking heavily, noisily. He also stated that if he could climb a higher tree, he would have seen the mature river getting mingled with the mighty ocean, where the ships are floating. He would have seen the road leading to the fairyland, where the children would have completed their dinner at 5 and would have played with the playthings that had come alive. In the last, The poet explains the thought that every human being, after becoming mature, that they will again go back into the period of the childhood. They want to relive and to recreate the memories of childhood. They want to go back to their childhood memories and live the happy life again. Now it's time for the difficult words. Adorn, foreign, tramping, dimpling, pleasant, onward, farther, children, playthings, dine, cherry, garden, Robert, Louis, Stevenson, abroad. Now the word meaning. Adorn, made beautiful or attractive. Dimpling, imprint. Tramping, walking heavily or noisily. Abroad, out of the country. Pleasant, enjoyable or pleasing. Dine, to eat a meal. Playthings, games or toys. Now, let's have some activity. And this activity is crossword puzzle. For this activity, you have to follow these steps. Step 1. Take your rough copy and start your work from new page. Step 2. As shown in sample, draw rows and column in your rough copy. Sample is in the next slide. Step 3. Now as shown in sample, write all alphabets in the each boxes. Step 4. Now take different crayons to find out the words related with your lesson number 8 poem from that crossword puzzle. 2 I have done for you. Rest you have to find by your own. Now this is the sample crossword puzzle which you have to draw in your rough copy. Again I am telling you that this activity must be done in your rough copy. Hints are given. For example, dine, Louis, Robert, playthings, cherry, Stevenson, door, lands, garden, abroad, dumpling, foreign, 5. 2 I have done for you. D-I-N-E, dine, cherry, C-H-E-R-R-Y. Rest words you have to find by your own. So students, I hope you enjoyed this poem as well as the activity. Now the home assignment, learn full poem with the spellings and also the word meaning. Stay safe. Thank you.